All right, here we go. Former big leaguer, and that includes former Astro Josh Reddick joining the show for the first time and joining the FT
Mhm.
network. Why are you
He's
shaking
already
your head
out.
already?
He's already out. He's already
Oh,
out.
because of the
No,
shirt.
no, I
Yeah,
love this.
hasn't even come on, and he's already out. Hadn't even come
I
on for
love
the first
this.
time. Out. Out. Josh, it's nice seeing you. We're out. We're
Okay,
out.
bye.
We're out,
Is it
Josh.
my
We're out. We're out. We're out, Josh. I can't fit
Oh,
over
get
there.
the hell out of here with that ugly shit stuff.
Hey,
Hey, careful.
they're
We're on
definitely out now if
TV.
you keep cussing.
We're on TV.
And you
Careful.
have the ugliest chair I've ever seen too. But see, I can just go like this, Josh, and you can't. See, you can't say anything now. So we're just gonna.
It take me about get all of my belts out of my man cave area and show them off, but we're not going to put you to shame on that one.
But all the ones that I actually won is the difference. See, I've actually been in the ring.
I've been in it. I haven't been in a match, but I've stepped foot in the ring.
See, that's the difference. There we
Hey,
go.
he's
All right,
young.
anyways, welcome Josh Reddick, the fan of the worst team in the world.
All right, this is where we're starting off hot, Phil. I love it.
Yeah. Well, Josh.
Wait,
so,
what is Kratz has his poker tournament. Kratz has his poker tournament trophy.
Are we not getting trophies out? I thought that's what we were doing. We were getting trophies out. That's all I got.
All right, well, I'm the nice one. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
Hold
But
on,
it's
let me go grab the
gold!
silver. Kratz, Scott Waterboy, go grab my silver bat over there.
I'm connected.
Oh, sorry.
I'm connected right now. By the way, there's a crowd that just listens to the show and doesn't watch. They're gonna be like, all they hear is like, what? He brought the Gold Glove
Yeah,
trophy.
busted out the Gold Glove, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
This
Well,
ball player's
Josh,
getting ball.
anyway. That's right.
Sure.
That's why we love this stuff. But thank you for joining us, and obviously we're excited to have you as part of Crush City territory with Tyler and with Chandler. So first off, welcome, and are you excited to enter the media world?
Yeah, I dipped my toe into that pond last year with a little pre and post game stuff with the Space City Network with the Astros. So it's definitely a different perspective and different outlook at things. But the way that baseball players seem to be going now, that seems to be the way guys are going to get a little bit more involved in baseball, but not get too close to the game. But they can still stay close enough to where it's something like I look at it as I still miss the game a lot. But as the game's changed, this is the perfect way for guys like me to stay close, but not get too close to where it's, kind of getting too crazy.
Okay, so then I'll go right to the good stuff. What are you guys talking about on Crush City? What do you think about the 2025 Houston Astros?
Well, we've done one show with me, so we've kind of slowly jumped into that. Moves are being made right now. We saw what happened with, Verlander going to the Giants, Gray Kessinger getting traded. So little moves here and there. I think the Bregman news is the biggest thing I think Astros fans are following right now of, maybe trying to accept if he's going or not because, there's always that chance that they can pop back in and give him what he needs to get back to a team. But, getting rid of Kyle Tucker, I think, remains the biggest story for Astros fans, and it's still something very hard to swallow. But when you look at it, it's going, man, in the long term, it's better that they got rid of Kyle now than waiting for that later on for this season where, you never know what you're going to get. Kyle could be a big bust with the Cubs, and, it could be a huge risk of them getting rid of a five-star player who could win MVP. You just never know what you're getting when you get rid of a guy with such caliber talent and effort. So, a lot of moves still to be made this offseason, but they better make it quick. Spring training's rolling up fast.
I was going to say, did you think coming into this offseason you'd be like, oh, yeah, the budget-cutting Astros would get rid of essentially who was going to be their best player this year and not re-sign a cornerstone from the yesteryear of Astros baseball?
It is, and as much as we've seen these homegrown Astros players over the years from getting drafted to being such superstars from the Springers, Correas, guys like Bregman, all these big name guys that they've homegrown and done so well at. Astros fan base has been spoiled for the last 8 or 9 years, so they're getting a kind of wake up call of what baseball business is like. Never in a long time we thought the Astros would be cutting that money, but baseball teams have done crazy things before. We just never know what's going to happen. They could drop a big payload. Even the Athletics are dropping money. It's crazy what's happening in baseball right now. Never know what's going to happen, but there's still a chance that they could get him back. But what they've traded away for Tucker with the Paredes kid, I think he's going to do fantastic. Everybody's preaching about what he can do at Minute Maid Park with the Crawford boxes coming in, or sorry, Daikin Park. It's not Minute Maid Park anymore, excuse me. The Crawford boxes are a big specialty for him, and I've seen his numbers in winter ball this year. He's a dead pull guy, so it's something that I think can very well benefit these guys, and the other guys they got in that Tucker trade are just going to be fantastic. One goes straight to a number one prospect in the organization. That right there tells you that they've done their research on these guys and what the Astros have been able to do. And I hate using this word because I'm old school. Analytically, what they've been able to do in baseball has been pretty spectacular.
All right, so then let me ask you this: where do you think Bregman ends up? And then after you answer that, I have another one for you. But where does Bregman end up?
My gut has always said since the beginning of this offseason, Seattle. I think the Seattle Mariners make them because they've missed a guy like Kyle Seager for so long who carried that team, and they need that piece. You see what they have on the mound, and they just need those bats. They need a bat that doesn't strike out a lot. When you look at their lineup last year, 1 through 9, I mean, they tried to improve on their strikeout rate, and they ended up being worse than they were before. So I think that if they bring a guy in like Alex, he's going to help not only the middle of that lineup, but he's going to help solidify the rest of that lineup and focus on not striking out as much and worrying about not worrying about the home run as much as whereas getting more of a balanced lineup. And I know that's not how baseball works now, which is a complete joke, and we won't even go down that road with me. But I think putting him in there brings the reality of it. Look, we don't need to try to hit home runs all the time. We got guys who are going to get us 7 innings every day at minimum most of the time and going to give up 2 runs. We need 3 to win, boys. We don't need 6. We don't need the 6-run homer to win a ball game.
Okay, I agree. But, the Mariners don't spend any money, so Alex is going to have a hard time. And hitters don't normally want to go to Seattle. But they do have Kevin Seitzer, who hates homers. So you never know how it's going to work out. But Kratz knows the joke. But do the Astros have enough? Do they have enough to win this division still if they lose Bregman? With the Paredes, do they have enough pitching? Because they lost Verlander, who's been a big piece for them. What are they going to do with Fromber? They obviously lost Tucker. I know they're counting on Diaz to take the next step and some of the other people to fill in. Christian Walker's there now. But do they have enough to win this division as they're situated right now?
Right now, I think they do have enough to win the division. It won't be by a large gap, but I do think they have everything they need to win a division. Do they need more pieces? Absolutely. Losing guys, you forget, Jose Urquidy is gone now, and he was such a big part of that Astros rotation. Him being gone, but Fromber steps up. You have guys like Christian Javier coming back. You have Ronel Blanco, who's been phenomenal for them. You have Hunter Brown, who's really turned things around since last May. What he's turned into, their pitching is going to be just fine because, look at the big 3 they have in the back end of their bullpen. Hader's going to be Josh Hader, like he always has been. Presley's going to be the guy that we know and love. And, with Brian Abreu, he still has so much growing and learning to do that he's going to get so much smarter at how to pitch guys and not just trying to blow 100 by everybody because his slider is possibly one of the better ones in baseball. So do they have it? Yes. Do they need 1 or 2 more pieces to get to where they want to be a World Series contender? Absolutely.
I want to go back to the piece that they got for Tucker with Isaac Paredes. Have you ever seen in your 4 years or even now watching the team somebody come in this ilk where it's like, whoa, Crawford boxes, he would have hit 6 more home runs than he did the year before. Have you seen anybody come in and this not work out, where it falls flat on their face, where they're just a natural pull hitter, and then all of a sudden they're like, now I really have to pull the ball, and it becomes something that doesn't work?
Nobody comes to mind when you bring that up. I think one of the guys that mostly benefited from that was a guy like Bregman. We always gave Bregman a bunch of, crap about him pulling balls into the Crawford boxes 3 rows deep. But, when you can play it better than anybody else like he did, that makes it really special for you because even with Paredes, he's got that pull side pop. But I think when hitters realize that they don't have to force the pull side, it becomes more natural. And then you worry about shooting fastballs the other way because the ballpark there, as we all know, flies very well from corner to corner. You keep it away from center field, you're going to have a lot of success. But I think with him, the focus is not trying to pull the ball and just going up there and doing what he knows best and just taking his hits the other way. And I think that's where Yainer Diaz really stepped up, is he was trying to pull the ball early, really focused on staying up the middle and just let his bat do the work. And if you want to go about it that way, pull everything off speed, hit everything hard the other way on a fastball. So I think that could be a great mindset for him to have.
Josh, hitters don't do that anymore. Just FYI, it's pull everything. It's trying to go deep.
I'm talking how we played the game, fellas. I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm saying they don't do that anymore. It's haven't you seen it? Sit, spin, strike out 250 times, and hit 25 and get paid. And take your walks every once in a while.
$3 million to hit 210. No, I get it.
Okay. Speaking of a team that you've played for that historically doesn't spend any money, the Oakland. We don't know where they're playing Athletics. What do you think?
That one kind of hurts me personally because and I'm going to talk about myself because I really wanted to stay there. When I was coming into free agency, I really wanted to stay there because I had made a home for myself. I was successful there, and you guys know once you get comfortable somewhere, it's really hard to leave because when you get that success and you get comfortable, it makes it very easy to come to the ballpark. Granted, not the best winning teams in those years, but we had some really good teams early on. But yeah, it is definitely a shock to see these guys, and I think they stole from. I think Britt Rooker should have gotten at least $100 million, considering what he's going to turn into. So I think he took a huge pay cut from that team by just sacrificing the years that he wanted to be there. So happy for the guy. We all happy for the guy getting paid, but I think he definitely deserved more. The Severino signing is a bit of a question mark for me because of past injuries and what you're going to get. But we never know what they're doing, so it is kind of a shock and a surprise. And I know a bunch of A's fans are pretty upset about it. Now we're going to spend when we're moving all the way down to Sacramento and basically creating a new fan base. So it can be frustrating when you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, we're in this arbitration time right now. So you went through arbitration with the A's when they were still in Oakland. Did they ever make any offers to you to stay? You wanted to stay. Did they ever push a number across the table where you were like, I kind of like this. Because you were that energy of that team. Not once.
No, not even close. So my free agent, so I think spring training of 2016, I got offered, I think it was 3 for 33, which was asinine and ridiculous because, and I don't mean this in a negative way, we had just paid Billy Butler 3 and 33, and he was a DH who was on the decline, and not, you're paying a DH the same amount you're trying to offer me when I've won you a Gold Glove. I've been here the longest, and like you said, I felt like I was the heart of that team, and I felt like I deserved a lot more, and immediately said no. And then I think when free agency came, they came at like 3 and 35 or something. So it wasn't even an offer that generated a response from yours truly.
Wow. 333 back then for Oakland, that was like a monster deal.
2016, it was pretty monster for them, but nowhere near what I felt like I was worth.
Hey, and that's fair. Yeah, they went big on what was the nickname for Billy? Big
Country Breakfast.
Country Breakfast. Yeah, exactly. Well, Josh, we're excited about having you on the what?
I'm laughing at Kratz's face when we talked about Billy Butler.
Well,
everybody's got a Billy Butler story.
People that don't know Billy would say some stuff sometimes, and you were just like, what?
Here's how I put Billy Butler.
Billy would talk in the third person now. Don't let him fool you either.
Yeah.
Hey, for everybody who's not able to watch, everybody who's just listening right now, Josh stood up and was doing the Bill because Bill would sit here and he would pull he's like, hey, Josh, what are you doing? Josh, what are you doing over there? I hit 30. I hit 30 in KC. Kaufman, you ain't never hit 30 in Kaufman before. Hey, AJ, what are you doing up there? AJ, I can see you up there. Why aren't you talking to me? AJ,
Yep.
AJ, what are you doing?
There was no conversation that Country Breakfast could not be a part of. You could be all the way down across the dugout, and my man comes sprinting over. Red, what you got on this guy, man? I can't believe that shortstop was standing there, Red. What do you got on that guy? Bill, sit down.
Oh, Bill.
Hey, Bill would talk in the third person, too. Don't let him fool you. I got him a couple times in the box. He would drop the Billy. He'd drop the Billy on you.
When you were catching, he'd be like, oh, Billy didn't like that pitch.
Oh, Billy. Billy was great.
Wow.
Billy was great for other dugout fodder.
Yes.
He was great for our stuff as well. So let's not get that. He kept toes, and he said some stuff that was like, what? Bill, and just think about what you just said for a second.
I don't think he's going to have his own podcast anytime soon, but it would be pretty popular. So we'll let you run point there in Houston, obviously, with Crush City Territory. So, Josh, thanks for joining us, dude. Here's the show, Crush City Territory. Chandler Rome from The Athletic, part of starting this up. His buddy Tyler Stafford, too, is on there. So you'll hear from Josh once a week-ish. He'll chime in. So, Josh, great to see you, dude. Again, congrats. We're excited to hear from you all year.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Jen. Thanks for having me.